lot of you guys have been asking me, how do I build Warrior of Light? This is the video for you guys. We're going over some of the best builds for Warrior of Light with all of the options that you have at your disposal with this extremely flexible character. Thank you guys for spending some time here out of your day once again, and thank you guys for supporting the content via Patreon as well as YouTube channel membership system. So Warrior of Light, this is not the full review or anything. This is a build guide. We're going to make use out of his extreme flexibility with these builds. So let's get right into it, guys, with the first sort of build. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to approach the very generic-esque build here for you guys with a weapon, an armor, and then some sort of TMR, more than likely his own TMR once you max him out, and then the go-to staples of something like Golem, and then a very strong card for him, Leonis Castle. So that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at Nagnarok, Golden Armor, and then his own TMR here, the Gauntlets of Light. This is going to give you a nice mix of accuracy, some resistances, some HP defense, things of that nature. Very nice way to increase your max HP by 30% here as well with the Gauntlets of Light. Golem's going to give you additional health as well as defense. And then Castle Leonis here is going to be a very strong card and often overlooked, especially as we've gone away from the start of the game. But it's still incredibly powerful, and it's becoming even more prominent now, and it is better than it's ever been before because of these new tanks that really don't need to wear Vial of Love. So this is going to give you 15 defense and spirit, and this is going to stack with your board stats. It's going to stack with your gear, because that's the reason this is so strong. Is gear, defense, and spirit things, they don't stack together. This is a card though, and it will work with your gear. It'll work with Golem. So we're having Golem here. The most important thing is the defense is really what you're looking at there on him as well. We're getting the Golden Armor here, +5, 18 defense here, 478 HP. We're going to use a Nagnarok here. This will let us bruise out a little bit, all right? And we're going to get a little bit of slashing up from that, and then we're going to get some accuracy, a little bit of evasion that we don't really care about, and some critical evasion, which is okay, but nothing super stellar here on the Gauntlets of Light. And our HP and stats are going to look like this. We're going to have 6,089 HP. We're going to have 620 attack. That's quite a bit of attack there. 75 defense. Very, very tanky on top of all of those skills that Warrior of Light has, right? To reduce, physical damage taken or increases magic resistance or things of that nature. Very strong defense here. And then we're going to have 23 spirit, so nothing a whole lot. But the biggest weakness of a build like this is going to be your agility. And your agility is going to be 57. You're going to be extremely slow, but we'll talk about how you can make that a little bit better. He's going to have 284 luck, 222 dexterity, 35% slashing resistance. He's going to be weak to piercing by 20%, still 5% strike resistance, 15% missile resistance, as well as 5% magic resistance here. So pretty strong build. If you're going to be using a build like this, one of the best sort of supports you can actually utilize him with is a character that has access to Quicken, whether it's someone like Miranda or Gilgamesh on Time Mage, or some of the SR character. I forget it right off the top of my head. Phoebe, I do believe, also has something like Quicken. Why is that super good? Well, because Warrior of Light's going to be probably your slowest character, and what he's going to do, he's going to use his taunt skill. He's going to walk up 3 spaces, taunt, and then everyone else is going to be going before he does again. But if you have someone with Quicken in your party, you'll be able to Quicken Warrior of Light right again, and he's going to kind of take an extra turn basically, and it's going to allow him to move up some spaces even faster than he should, and you're going to get this really big bulky character in your front line having all this defense, a little bit of spirit, those damage reductions, the defense and spirit buffs he gives to himself. It's going to be a good time for you there. But there are some characters, right, that we've seen at, and we have access to now that, ignore defense quite a bit there, right? And we have characters with tune-up, characters like Lucia as well as Venera. And defense really isn't the greatest stat against them. So if you want to shift your focus over eventually to some resistance builds, he's also very good at that. So we're not using a weapon here. This is sort of like a full-out tank build here. And if you wanted to, you can replace the weapon in the previous build with something that we're going to go over right now. So we still have Golden Armor here. Now we're wearing Hermes sandals. It doesn't really matter what kind of Hermes sandals you're wearing. This is literally here for the 6 agility, so you get yourself getting and working a little bit quicker there. And then we're using the Magicite mask here from Whisper. Very strong, 5% resistance to everything, so very, very strong. You don't have to have, it's not make or break for a build like this, but this is sort of, the thing that to aim for, the echelon, the very top. But if you're missing a couple pieces of the gear, you can still make it work. The Magicite mask is probably the least important piece in this gear set. Now we have 2 different ways to go, right? We have a lot of a lot of meta characters that are slashing, and quite a lot of meta characters that are also missile resistant. So in this particular build, we have Siren here, and this is because she gives you a lot of slash resistance, 25% slash resist. So very strong there. You're not using defense or anything, you're tanking with resistances, and you can get it pretty high. We're also using the Snow White Guard card here, which is an MR card. At max level, it's going to decrease your HP by 15%, which sounds really bad, but it's not that big of a deal. And then it's going to give you 15% slash resistance as well as 15% missile resistance. Then on top of that, if anyone in your party scores a critical hit, they're going to do a little bit bonus more damage with that critical hit there, which helps out quite a lot there. And that 15% decrease HP, that's your base HP. That's why it's not going to take that much off. We're still using things like the First Warrior for that HP percent, for that defense percent. We're also using HP up for additional HP up there as well. So what do our stats look like? So we're gone down from 6,000 HP, we're down to 5,455. We're down to 45 defense. We still have quite a bit of defense. It's not at 75, but we're at 45 now. Our spirit has gone down to 9. The agility in this build, though, Siren's a faster Esper than Golem is. We're also wearing Hermes sandals, so we've skyrocketed from 54 agility all the way up to 71, 278 luck, 224 dexterity, and the big changes here are in our resistances. So we have 73 slash resistance. That's a lot of slash resist because this is a slash resist focused build here. We also have 35% missile resistance. Everything else is pretty much the same for the most part there. Still weak to piercing by 15 and striking resist 10, as well as 10 resistance to magic there as well. So very strong. Now this is the anti-slash resist build. 73 is a lot, especially when you have 45 defense. On top of that, you're going to be tanking this damage up by quite a bit, especially once you have some of his physical damage mitigation buffs up, or his defense and spirit buff up, or protect and shell from his limit burst. He's going to be taking next to no damage from slashing sources. Even if they are like Venera, they give you a defense down, you're still just going to cut that damage by 73% due to your resistances here. But if you want to go for a different route, there's also the missile resistance build that you can do as well. And the best Esper for that right now, guys, if you're doing a missile resistance build, is going to be Death Machine. So Death Machine also on his banner. Death Machine, if you build him up here, you can get a bunch of missile resistance and a bunch of defense at the same time. So if you're going for a missile resistance build, you're going to change to Death Machine. You're going to change from the golden armor to the golden helmet. You're going to want to +5 this golden helmet. You also can still go shield on it, get a little extra defense there of 9. The HP on it doesn't really matter all too much, but we'll max that out as well. And we'll throw it in here at level 50 for you guys. But it's going to give you 8% more missile resist. So it's going to swap our stuff around. We're going to go down to 45% slash resist, but we're going to take our missile resist all the way up to 63%, which is quite a lot. We've gained quite a bit of missile resist, and that is from the Death Machine here, bumping up our missile resist by quite a lot, as well as trading off that 8% slashing from our body piece, the golden armor, to 8% missile resist with the golden helm there. So very powerful resistance build here. This is going to help you cut those Lucias, those Fredericas, maybe even those Veneras that are using the double gunner in the arena, and as well as the Guild War and things of that nature. They're using those missile attacks on you as you're getting in range. This can help you out quite a lot there. We don't have as much attack as we did in the other build. Remember, the other build had like 620 attack. It's quite a lot of attack. We're still at 481, so we'll still hit squishy targets for a little bit of damage. Remember, you're a tank there. You're not really there to do a bunch of damage. Warrior Light can hit pretty decently hard, but if you want to tank up all the damage, this is the sort of thing that you're going to want to look forward to there. And we still have 70 agility in a build like this. Now, the last build here is going to be focusing on the final thing that he can do, which is actually kind of be a pretty decent magic tank as well. If you want to go against the grain and go like anti-magic, you can do that. And this is where we're finally going to be using the Armor of Light. If you guys are crafting the Armor of Light, this is the sort of Armor of Light I would make, because it's kind of the only heavy armor that is very good against magic damage. You don't really want to build like a high HP one or a high defense one. You want to build a high spirit one, because it also comes with magic resistance of 8% for you guys. So we're going to use Armor of Light, 8% magic resist, 12 spirit. That's going to be fantastic for you guys there. We're still using the Hermes sandals for that extra agility. Remember, guys, anytime you see a Hermes sandals, you can swap that for a weapon or vice versa. You're just trading off the 6 agility there. If you have the party composition that allows you to quicken your War of Light, the agility for you doesn't really matter all that much. But we're still using Hermes sandals here, Armor of Light, and we're still going ahead and using that Magicite mask for the 5% magic resistance here. We're going to be using Marlboro of all things. Now, this is because Marlboro Still gives a decent amount of HP at max level, 755. A lot of the UR espers get like 800, so we're only losing, 800, 850. We're losing like 100 HP, but it gives you some magic resistance on the board. That's the most powerful thing here. The rest of the stuff on the board doesn't matter all too much. You can increase your strike attack and build it for other characters, but you're really building it here and using it primarily for that magic resistance. Then on top of that, we're still using Castle Leonis for that 15 spirit. It's going to give us 15 defense too as well. Now our support skills, we're changing this for the first time. We're no longer using HP plus for this build. We're still using the first warrior because that gives you 12% HP and 12 defense. That's still better. I know we're trying to make a magic focus build. It's still better than the 3% extra HP you're going to get from going to straight HP level 1 maxed out, because you're still going to take physical damage from time to time, and you're going to go with first warrior, Providence of Darkness here for you guys. And this is going to give you 71 agility, 35 spirit, so the most we've had of all time, and you still have 49 defense. You still have 30% slashing resistance, but you're gonna have 40% magic resistance here with this build, and it's gonna help you out quite a lot in those scenarios there. So a lot of cool ways to build Warrior of Light. He's just the most flexible tank we've had. He's just super strong. If you've got him, I know you guys have been working on him, and I wanted to get this video, guys, out there for you guys. I'm going to have some other unit build guide videos for you. I didn't do the Venero one, so that one's getting recorded after this. I'm going to do the Kill Fae as well for you guys out there. A lot of cool stuff for us to be talking about. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Once again, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Thank you guys so much for the support. And I want to see your builds down below in the comment section. Share to see what's going on with you guys. And until the next one, stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys then.